Good morning, everyone. Happy to Monday. Welcome to Monday. Today, I was was getting ready, and I had some really interesting downloads come in. I always have downloads come in before I go on live source, and my team is always so helpful with that. Um, And this has been something that's been coming in for several months actually. So it's been a big download. It goes back to last week, and I meant to go on live, and I wasn't able to because I was on location looking at the beautiful eclipse. So if you got to see that eclipse, let me know, and let me know what your thoughts on it were, because I got to see it in Southern Illinois, and we went camping actually. My mother and my grandmother really wanted to see it in person. So we went and we saw it on location. And my grandmother ended up having some health issues. So we ended up going and taking her into the hospital right before, a couple hours beforehand to make sure she was okay. But we were able to see it, and it was beautiful. It was really cool. I'd seen some lunar eclipses um, in person, but the solar eclipse was beautiful. It was just gorgeous. So, if you were able to see anything like that, or if you were able to see it at all, let me know and what you thought of it. And as it was going, even beforehand, I could feel a lot of energy about shadow work. The light versus the dark, and all this shadow work energy coming in. And so that continued on. And so I've been dipping into the shadow work aspect for the last week, and feeling into that for myself. And it's interesting because my angels assist me with that. And first thing this morning, I wake up, and first thing I look at is this angel on my screen. I wish I could tell you which one it was. I'll have to look and see. And it came in with a download, and it was telling me about, um, showing me about my lifetime in Atlantis, and how it's correlating to all of these lifetimes. So, okay, we tend to talk about fear. Fear is a really deep emotion that we're always releasing, because unless it has to do with, like fire or something that is actually in our presence that is affecting us to be warning us that there's something going on, we it's not usually relevant. It's usually telling us, it's not really there. Well, going back, we um with this has to do with the emotion of guilt. I have been dealing with the emotion of guilt instead of fear. Let's go to the emotion of guilt. Guilt is something that our body or our energy field will not release lifetime after lifetime. So if you feel guilt, it's something totally different than fear. Guilt is something where you will feel it. And if you cannot release it, we will hold it in our body, and we will keep it to and our soul will show us more things time after time after time until we heal from it. Fear is totally different. Guilt is something where if we um, are not seeing the situation that we're feeling guilty about, then our soul will show us another situation and another situation. And if in this lifetime we don't release it, then we'll get it in another lifetime and another lifetime. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because that's exactly what has happened to me. And so when I was in Atlantis, I felt at the end of Atlantis, I I was there, and when Atlantis fell, I left Atlantis with the last of the people, and we went to Lemuria. Well, my soul felt extremely guilty because I saw the falling of Atlantis and we didn't save more people because I saw all these people. Well, and I felt so guilty about the fact that we didn't see it sooner. All kinds of different things. I won't go into it. Well, the thing is because I wasn't able to heal completely from this, I continued to see situations where I needed to heal guilt, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And this continued into this lifetime. And this lifetime, it was probably the worst. I continued to see things that affected guilt, or that guilt feeling. And and then when I went into quantum, they we worked through QHHT quantum, not the other type of quantum, because I do two types. We worked through, and I saw probably 20 different aspects of guilt when I first got certified. And did that show me? No, I still had to keep going. And I did the next type of quantum, and I've been working through it with that. It wasn't until I got to the Divine Inner Love activation retreat where I realized that was what was holding me back from divine love. Sometimes a soul will hold themselves from activating to another level because they're waiting for another soul. Well, and that's exactly why what happened. So, what was shown to me today was when we're in the middle of our healing process, it's that's what guilt will do. We will hold off our healing process for others or for other reasons just because we're waiting for something. And that's what they kept telling me in the quantum. And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, once I healed that, all of a sudden, like 12 doors opened up. It's amazing what guilt will do. Fear will hold us still, but guilt will have us repeating the same cycle. So when we can heal guilt, it's amazing how it opens up so many doors. Sometimes we will even hold ourselves in a spot where we're holding ourselves um and connecting ourselves with other people because we feel like we cannot take the next step because we feel guilty. And I felt that way before. So I that was what came in today. Um and what also they showed me is when you do that, it's like a choo-choo train. We're holding the choo-choo train at the station. And they said, Source, has multiple trains. If you get on your train, it's okay because there's another one at coming down the track. So you can get on your train and they'll still meet you at your destination. It's completely okay. But when you hold them at that station, you're holding everything up. You're holding the whole lineup. And that's what I did. I held that whole train up. I held everyone up. And so what happened is I held my whole retreat up. I held everyone from the possibility of healing at that time because I was waiting to I was waiting for other people because I thought, "Oh wow, I can't leave." And then to the point where I had led boots. So it's amazing what guilt can hold us just as much as fear, but just in a different way. And in some ways, it can be more encumbersome than fear. It can hold us for lifetimes, where fear just holds us at that moment. So that was what came in today for the message. I hope that assists you. And I look forward to talking to everyone on Wednesday. You have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Many blessings.